So I sold millions of dollars in information products purely organically before I ever started getting into the paid ad game. And this is a rabbit hole that I've been going down deeper and deeper and deeper, particularly over the last kind of 12 to 18 months, initially in more of an educational path, and then more experimenting and testing and starting to scale up. And in making that shift and transition and starting to explore this kind of whole other world of traffic and lead generation, getting attention, I spent a lot of money. I paid a lot of people. I burnt a lot of money testing. And what I realized was, I think most people that are teaching ads are seriously overcomplicating it. And I also think that most people approach ads in the wrong way, which means that they tackle it with incorrect or misaligned expectations. And the strategy that they're using off the back of the ads is setting them up to fail. Okay. So what I want to talk through with you today is how I approach paid marketing. And then I want to show you how simple it can be and how you can literally have your ads up and running today. And through all of that, I also want to talk about the mindset that you should take towards ads in the current market, in the current climate, if you want to succeed with them in the short, medium, and long term, because I think all of those elements are important. Okay. So first things first, if you've seen my last whatever number of videos, you'll be familiar with this model, but this is my lifestyle business operating system. Okay. So this is the model that I use, have been refining for years, and how I sell my core offering, which is called the Lifestyle Business Academy. Okay. This is a 2K, what I call a productized offer, which is where delivery and everything is really, really streamlined. All right. Now, one of the top of funnel that we use, the traffic sources, is paid marketing. Okay, now there's a few different ways that we approach this. We run some ads to lead magnets. We run some ads to low ticket. I want to talk about one path in particular today, which is going to be really quick for pretty much anybody to be able to get set up if they're prepared to put in just a little bit of work. Okay, but before we get into the particulars of that, and I've got examples and stuff to show you, I want to make sure that this part is really, really clear to people. Okay, there was a time online where you could run an ad, get someone to click, and get someone to spend 10K straight away. And that still happens in kind of unicorn cases, all right? But in the information space now, people want time and space to consume. And this is where your middle of funnel comes into it. They want to make sure that they're aligned with you, the strategies, how you're going to help them, all these kind of things. Okay. And so this is where the middle of funnel comes into it. All right. And what most people are doing when they try and launch ads is they put some money in, they might send it to a funnel, and then they're pretty much just trying to jump straight to the offer. Okay. Now, I'm not saying don't pitch. I'm not saying don't promote. I make offers to people every single day, but you have to have this piece in the middle, right? This is what I call engineering the ecosystem effect, right? So in my world, when someone comes in from a paid ad, either into a lead magnet or into a low ticket offer, they then end up on my email list. Okay, now at that exact same time, a few things start to happen. One, they get 14 days of automated emails that indoctrinate them into what I'm all about and how I help my clients. So we start that consumption effect, we start that education effect. Okay, I regularly put out YouTube videos. They start to receive those as well, so they can go deeper into the model. They can spend time with me in a leverage way for me as the creator. They can spend time with me. And then remarketing ads start to kick in that tackle things from a few different angles. They start to, yes, tell them about my offers. They start to tell them more about my experience, my stories, about clients that I've helped. They start to answer questions. They start to handle objections. And so once somebody comes in, they're really kind of surrounded by this ecosystem where they can read emails, they can read social media posts, they can watch YouTube videos, they will start to see ads, all different types of creatives popping up everywhere, and a couple of things will happen. One, they start to become very familiar with certain terminology like the Lifestyle Business Operating System. Two, they become very clear on what the next step is, which is the main offering, which is the Lifestyle Business Academy. And they start to 3, become really indoctrinated into my overall philosophy when it comes to building a business like this, because that's what I teach, right? Now, each individual is going to be different. Some people will come in and they might reply to the very, very first automated email that goes out, and then they jump in. I had someone do that the other day. Equally, they might come in and hang around in here in some way, shape, or form for 6 months. I had someone jump in yesterday that was the case. The cool thing is, when you build it like this and it's built off really, really high forms of leverage, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if they join in 1 day or if they join in 6 months, right? It's because it's taking no personal energy or time for you or anybody on your team, all right? And so the really, really important thing that you need to understand if you want to make ads work is you've got to be investing time and energy into building out depth in the middle of funnel, because people need the time to consume. Okay, now with that said, let's back up a little bit. Let's talk ads, let's talk funnels. I want to give you like the most basic version that you can set up today, and I want to talk about some mentality around it, mindset around it, to go and launch. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to talk to you about how you can go and implement this. I've got 2 examples for you actually. Okay, so when it comes to running paid ads, we do this in 2 different ways. One way is to a low ticket funnel, and my clients inside LBA, I give them the full implementation for all of that. It makes it insanely simple. And then another one that we build is lead magnet funnels, right? Now we do some cool stuff to actually integrate these 2, which will come up when I show you this example. But I want to talk to you about the lead magnet one, because that's typically the fastest to get it live if you want to get ads live like today, right? All you need is some kind of free resource that if you're in business already, you know is particularly helpful to your clients because they've used it, got results. You've used it before, maybe you've promoted it organically. You've got some evidence that it's a helpful resource. Or if you're new, you're not going to have that data. You need to just make a judgment call and your best guess based on, the experience that you have in whatever field it is that you're building the business in. Okay. For this example, I want to talk to you about my lifestyle business playbook. Okay. Now I initially rolled this out organically. People found it incredibly helpful. It was enrolling clients for me. And so I knew, let's take this thing broader with paid ads. Okay. You can see it here. This is it here. And I might circle back to this, but this is a very detailed guide about my entire model. I'll put a link to it below if you want to check it out, but this is an overview of my entire model, right? Now your lead magnet doesn't have to be this big and this comprehensive. Another example of one that I've run is this 8-word nuclear DM. So this is literally like one DM script, like one line to send in the DMs to reactivate dead leads. So you can go really, really narrow, and it will still be fine. Or you can kind of go bigger, broader, give people an overview of your model, your methodology, right? And if you don't have these pieces in place, I would highly recommend that you check out the academy, because we can build it all out very quickly with you. Okay. So you need some form of free resource. Okay. Then the next thing that we're going to need is a really, really basic opt-in page, right? Like this is the one you can see here for the playbook. Learn how you can land 4 and 5-figure clients without sales calls or strategy sessions every single week like clockwork. Here's what's included. Really basic Canva image that my VA did for me. Opt-in, right? And then you can see the example here for the 8-word nuclear DM. This has a video on it. You really don't need that. The 8-word nuclear DM that turns vanished leads into paying clients, and there's a bit of text about what it's all about, and then opt-in. So the page is incredibly simple. You can use any tool. I use Kajabi because that's what's integrated with my business. We've used ClickFunnels in the past. You can use anything. The tool really, really doesn't matter. These are incredibly, incredibly simple. Okay. And then just send them to a thank you page where you can put a video so they can spend a little bit of time with you. You can tell them how to access their free thing. You can put a low ticket offer. If you've got it, you can get them to book a call. If you're doing that, you can send them wherever you want to send them. But they're really the 2 kind of moving parts that you need. You need a simple opt-in page and you need a free resource. Okay. Now, this next part is, I think, where people start to massively overcomplicate it is the ad itself. All right. So I want to show you an example that's literally running right now. And my last 2 clients have come through this, like in the last few days. It's literally bit of copy, which I'm going to walk you through, and a selfie style video, literally just filmed here in my office. Okay, I can play this for you. The audio is going to be a bit shitty, but you can see there's no crazy editing. It's not flashy. I do have a variation of this that I'm running that has captions just to see the difference. But it's literally just me in the office here with my phone talking. Okay, and all this video effectively says is, this is what I've done. I built this model. Here's some details about it, and I've got a full free playbook that breaks it down. Click the link below if you'd like to get access to it. Right? It's people don't really care about the individual at this point. They just care about how you can help them, your kind of credibility, your process, maybe a unique selling proposition, kind of lay it into there. And so it's literally just a selfie video. And for this one, I did a similar one just on my balcony at home. Okay. Now, is it more advantageous if you've got, some perfect pattern interrupt and, a perfectly curated script? Maybe. Sometimes I think the kind of raw and natural ads are actually better because they don't feel like ads. But the point is, you can launch it with just a simple selfie style video, right? That video is 2 minutes long. Anybody can do that. Okay. Then paired with that, here's the written copy, just to show you an example, right? So headline, $7 million lifestyle business blueprint, the lifestyle business playbook for 2025. It's like just what the thing is, right? I built a $7 million info business, then I deleted 90% of it. Why? Because complexity was killing my lifestyle. I've done it all. Low ticket funnels, memberships, newsletters, courses, high ticket sales, DMs. I literally I've done all this stuff, right? It worked. All of it worked. It's all worked to different degrees, but it didn't feel good, right? And so what I did recently is I stripped it all back into one clean machine, which is what you're seeing here, the latest iteration of it. Traffic runs 24/7. It's kind of what we're talking about right now. Leads are converted into buyers, hands off, through our low ticket funnels. Clients enroll without sales calls using the emails and the invitation doc process. It's all powered by one simple document and one email. But it's like a core engine, right? And so if they read this and they're like, yep, I've done all those things and it's messing with my lifestyle and I don't vibe with it, and hey, that sounds pretty good. Either one component of it sounds good or all of it sounds good. I walk through the entire system in my playbook, right? This is the real model. It's what I had wish I start that I'll use for the next decade. If you're done with complexity, click below, grab the doc. It's free, it works, it'll show you a different path. It's so simple. This is what I did. Then I changed to this. I love it. I break it down in my playbook. You can apply that framework to any market, any niche. Okay, really, 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 really simple. And then those ads are going to this page. So just make sure that what you say in the video, what you say in the copy, and what you say on this page syncs up, right? I could probably need to update this actually because this says 6 million, it's over 7 million. And I can split test, and yes, we can play around with all these fancy things. But the point is, if you look at, to get going, it's like some form of free resource, and it doesn't need to be a 22-page document. A simple, you can't get any simpler than this landing page, right? And if you want us to screenshot these and put them into AI and then tell it what your offer is, go for it. A 2-minute selfie video, right? And this literally is the most boring location known to man. This is my little 7 square meter box that I come to get focus and quiet and do deep work for a few hours a day, so then I can go and live my life, be with my sons, be with my partner, and enjoy things, right? It's not flashy. You can't possibly have a more boring location than this gray wall behind me. There's no excuses. And then this is the copy, right? It's so simple, and it just models what I say in the video. Okay, so that's all you need to get rolling. Now, here's where people harm themselves or go wrong. And this is why I wanted to start with this middle of funnel. All right. If you launch these ads, and I'm not assuming that you integrate any kind of low ticket stuff or anything like that. If you launch these ads, you probably aren't going to sign clients off them in the first week. You could, but it's probably unlikely. And here's the thing most people underestimate. These people coming in from ads are 100% ice cold. They have no idea who you are. Building trust takes time. It takes the natural passage of time and people seeing enough of your stuff over an extended period of time so they know that you're not like a flash in the pan. And it takes time spent together, right? It takes time of them reading email after email after email. It takes time of them watching YouTube video so that they accumulate those hours together, right? They need to take as much time as they need, okay? And so there's two ways that you can approach this, right? While you're chipping away at your middle of funnel with these leads that are coming in, you can tackle it in one of a couple of ways. Either set yourself a budget. Let's say it's $1,000, right? And let's say you set your budget at $50 a day, right? And you run it for 20 days. And let's say that brings you in 200 leads, okay? What you can then do is you could then go and turn the ad off, and you could say, I'm going to focus on nurturing these 200 leads until I break even or get a positive ROI. That's going to be a bit more stop-start, but it's a good way to manage your risk and your downside, okay? The other way that you can do it is pick a daily amount or a weekly amount or a monthly amount and then divide it out that you're comfortable seeing go out and running, knowing that it will come back over 30, 60, 90, 120 days as you dial this in and as you dial your core offering in, etc., etc. Okay, you've just got to be comfortable with realizing that it's not going to come in today. It may not even come in this week. It may not even come in this month. But if you can hold the line and then you can be really consistent with your middle of funnel, with your emails, with your videos, I'm not going to get into remarketing in this, and you've got a solid offer, it will swing. Someone will buy, someone will convert, and the economics are crazy, right? Like let's say you spend $1,000 and let's say you've got a 5K offer. Let's say you put 200 leads into the system and then you turn it off and you just focus on nurturing those 200. You need one of those people to buy, okay? And this might be a slow build for people who are starting, but you can just chip away at it, get that one conversion, then boom, now you've got $5,000. Go drop that $5,000 back in. Okay, the stop start is one approach to it. If you really want to manage your risk, I'd probably recommend that you just keep them rolling and kind of manage it in real time. But the economics are crazy, right? Once this really starts to roll, okay, and all you need to get going is some simple ad copy, a simple selfie style video, a basic opt-in page, and a valuable resource. Okay, now that's not where it stops. Once you've got that set up and once it's rolling, we can look at adding more creatives. We can look at optimizing the opt-in page. We look at making the resource more and more and more and more valuable till you ultimately have something like this, which is like an unbelievable deep dive. You know, this is better than most of the shit that people are selling. And then on the funnel side of things, we can take this further, and what you can actually do is go and integrate. We could do this thing, cars. One. I missed any. We can go and integrate a way to generate buyers, right? And we cover all this in the academy, but you can then send them to a low ticket page where they can immediately convert into a buyer. And so you start to, one, subsidize your ad spend immediately, and two, you can start to generate high intent buyers who will ascend up into your main offer, faster. Okay, and so this for me is a $50 funnel, $20 upsell, and then there's a $100 upsell, a $47 upsell, and then there's a $300 one that I turn on and off depending on what I've got going on. Okay, and so that can come next. That can come after if you just want to get something live and rolling. All right. So the reason I show you all this is to give you an example, show you how simple it can be, and hopefully reframe your thinking around how fast things can happen, set expectations the right way. And if you approach it slowly, methodically, focus on building a really deep middle of funnel that nurtures and nurtures, you'll build a pipeline over time. You progressively reinvest, you progressively scale up, and that's how you build up to doing big numbers on the sales side and being able to spend a lot on ads with relative certainty that it's not only going to come back, once over, but 2, 3, 4, 5 times over. Okay. Hopefully you found that helpful. I chuck links to a bunch of resources below. If you want to jump into the Lifestyle Business Academy where we can build this whole model out together, and I give you all the templates and scripts and AI and all that kind of jazz to do it really, really quickly. Plus I'll personally help you through all of it. The link's in the description for that as well. You can check it out. But go launch those ads. There's no reason not to have leads coming in, not to have traffic coming in. You just need to approach it the right way, with the right expectations, with the right mindset. All right, I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.